So I did a huge day down at Lavati today, finished off the rock wall foundation, got it all set in, or the long wall anyway, a little bit of the right wall. Um, Dug up my garden bed. I didn't take my phone so I didn't get any on camera, but I just thought I'd show you a little bit of the veggies that I got going at home, and the garden bed's here, so I'll turn it around. So here, I got my cucumbers. Those ones I didn't raise from seed. I actually bought them as about an inch smaller because I just wanted to make sure that I had them. Here I've got some seed ones coming up there. Some tomatoes, some bigger tomatoes, some corn. Up here, some pumpkin, some potatoes, some leek and stuff. All down here, spring onions, strawberries. Gonna fill all these pots up with tomato and cucumbers so they're climbing up the wall. Down here I got my banana plant going. He got hammered by some wind, so he ain't looking so fresh. I think I'm gonna move him down to the bottomland a little bit later. But anyway, then up here is my salad garden. Got all my spring onions. Once again, they got punched by rain, so they're like not looking so fresh. Here's my garlic. I need to split them up. All my firewood and stuff. And yeah, that's the gardening getting going. I'll show you the garden down there tomorrow. But yeah, look at my cool banana socks and bananas. Nah, I forgot about my cool man-made little greenhouse. They're all, oh, that one's some beautiful flower, a vine flower, purple flowers. And then all of these ones there, my cucumbers as well. I got my avocado tree over here that I treed from seed. It's going alright. I lost its leaves because I left for a year and I left it inside and it almost died, but it's bouncing back. And how could I forget my little greenhouse over here? Pumping more cucumbers, more tomatoes, cherries, Romans, all the big ones, all the good ones. I got my carrots going in there, growing from sprout. Got my leek sprouting. I'm just refreshing vegetables. So I cut off the bottom, put them in water, root them again, and then plant them. I've seen it online and I'm giving it a try. Just thought I'd give you a quick look at my compost. If you want to grow a good garden, you have to have a good compost. So this is about 3 days of stuff. My compost and worm farm is all in one. So down at Lavati, where you've seen me do the digging, for my garden bed, I collected all the big worms and I put them in this guy. We need to have it a little bit of moisture in the bottom, but not too much, and some air holes on the side as there. But anyway, that's a different story. A good compost should not smell. Mine smells delicious. Just like, I don't know, a bit of banana and potato or whatever. Potato, banana have potassium and nitrate. I can't stress that enough. Chuck that in your compost. Give it a little mix. I got some rusting steel in here. I got a few of them just to add rust. I forgot what nutrients rust adds. Maybe, I'm guessing iron. But anyway, don't quote me on that. Just mix it around a bit. Sorry that the camera's a bit off. And then at the bottom of this, because I've got my worms in there, I'm going to put a worm tap here so I can drain it, all the worm stuff, all the worm shit and stuff like that, chuck it in my garden bed. A compost is good because I had weeds all growing around here. I have no more weeds. I just chuck them in my compost. My worms eat that. That's done. See ya. I'm going to transplant those seeds.
No, you want to fucking have a bigger spike in the wall, you do it.
I don't have anything else to do on board.
No, do something else.
I can't think of anything else to do besides that.
Oh yeah, that's a little,
And it's too dark. Great. Well, fuck. I can maybe take the moment to tell you a little bit about my plans and ideas and creations of where I'm at in life. I recently moved back to Greece. This is my second month coming up now. From Australia. I was just getting in the wrong crowd since a young age. Nothing bad against my friends or anything, and especially not some of my close ones towards the end. They were great, but just messed up with fucking drugs, I guess, from a young age as well. But anyway, I'm now 28, turning 28 this year in September. I thought if I fucking want to turn my life around, like, now's the time to do it. So, my dad's got 3 pieces of land, not so big, not so small, but just enough, like, to build on or whatever. So I'm trying to create a little, my dream is to create an eco-village, grow my own produce, live off the land, teach people how to do that, have people come, work, whatever, work the fields, whatever, and not in like a slave way, in a beautiful way. I'll be teaching, I'll be enjoying the food, cooking alongside them, everything, showing them how to harvest all different types of produce or whatever's native to the island or whatever I bring here. If they've got ideas like pottery or weird fucking whatever, they could join a little class or make it and teach people. I'd love to learn as well. Anyway, so at the moment I'm just building, practicing, learning how to do things. I'm starting off on a foundation for a wall for my, I don't know, shed, doghouse, or whatever. And yeah, I'm just learning, watching YouTube, other people's videos, and just trying to fucking grow, I guess. So tomorrow I'll show you some daylight, what I've done on the foundation. I've got a few fucking cool stones in that I found, and it's working out cool. You know, nothing works out smoothly, but figuring out on the way is fucking so joyful, you know? And especially if you've got a few things going, you don't have to slave away at one thing. You can just go piece by piece or whatever, grow a garden, do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. Just, you know, try and live, enjoy a little bit. And yeah, that's for now. Good night. All right, yummus. So this, I'm not too sure what to call, a house cedar or something. We bought this from the shop. It's a delicious capsicum. We've just had one before in a bolognese. Anyway, we've got the residence of it, or its seeds in there, with some carrot, which I'm gonna quickly show you over here. This is the carrot in the water. On the one, I'll get it so you can have a quick look. This one is about 4 days old. It's already made sprouts. And I don't know when to plant it in the soil. I'm gonna just keep it going for about another few days and probably look on the internet tonight of when to plant it. But I've got some capsicum and stuff here that I want to grow in the glass here. So I'm just going to have a house seeding pot. I know my vegetables and stuff, so I'm just going to chuck whatever seeds in there, and I'll know from sprouts. If I don't, my dad will help me with that. But I'm just going to, any vegetables that I have from seeds from my lemons, from, I don't know, zucchini if you can, to oranges, to any seeds I find, I'm just going to chuck in this and see what I can seed. And like after it grows a little bit, transplant it into my garden and just see what takes off. I don't know, instead of a compost, just a seed post, I guess. Anyway, that's that. I'll let you know how that goes. Alright, got my capsicum seeds in from tonight's dinner and my 5 carrots there. Can't see it, but after I water it, they'll come up. Got my 1 onion in there, or sorry, that's a leek, just like this one. The leek we cut off, left about 1 inch, chucked it in water till new white roots grow. None of these are new white roots yet. I should have shown you on that one, but I didn't. Anyway, that one's going to be my onion box, because me and Dad grow a lot of onions, or going to try and grow a lot of onions. But they take up too much room, so I didn't want them in my planter house box. So I have been going, these are old onions here. Yeah, Dad, I know. Here's one that I'll pull out quick. There we go. Look at this. Out of my light, please, Dad. That's the roots from an old onion that I've cut off the bottom. I think that's not a brown onion, but a purple onion. These ones are leeks over here, but leeks and onions, I'm going to plant them in the same thing. You can eat all the sprouts, you know, spring onion is also just a type of onion, or the sprout that comes off, and we just eat them in the salad with fucking lettuce 50-50. It is delicious. But all my onions, I'm just cutting off, that's the bottom of it. Then you just chuck it in any good soil, let it sprout, and it'll grow some things up through here, as you can see. So my camera's a bit shit, but anyway. And then, yeah, that'll make spring onion and a bulb at the end of its season. Little Zeus, day 4, strong, living parvo in the 5%, doing strong. Called Zeus for a reason, nigga. But yeah, he's little, look when I go to pat him. Oh, I wonder if he'll do it now. I went to pat him before and he just went like, oh my belly, oh there he goes. He's like, oh my belly, because his poor little belly is so warm, he's got a little fever. So, but he's getting better, he ate today, which is good, and he had his injection, like it's Monday, the hospital was open, or the vet, or whatever. But it's gonna get this, it's a little bit hard. Open your leg, good boy. Cold little cloth, just put it on his poor little belly, cool him down, because he doesn't want any more food, even though he ate, I don't know, maybe a quarter syringe 3 hours ago. But he's alright, first food he ate in 3 days, so I'm happy. Nah, he's cooled down. Little Zeus, he's made it through the night again, and he's eaten this morning, did a poo with no blood in it, so he's pretty much recovered. He's almost back to his happy self. I'm sure he's feeling a little bit down. But, yeah, beaten parvo, what's up? Good boy. Good boy. Alright, here we are down at Ladati. I got some potatoes in there, but no, they need to move. Dad planted them. That's where my mega tomato plants are going to go. I've transplanted the roots now twice into different pots, and then we're going to lay it down. I'll show you when we do that, and that creates a huge tomato plant. I've seen online, this dude says the tomato plant will only grow as tall as its post, so I'm going to make that post huge. That's just like a little fucker for the moment. This wall I put in, I think I've shown you a little bit. I've just been collecting rocks as I see them. I got to do the backside also, but you know, it's just something that I'm doing for fun to break my time sometimes. I'm going to chop up some firewood for Dad. I got an olive tree over here that I transplanted. I found it in the ground about there, or where was it, about there. And then I just leave it in the spot, in its pot, to like get used to the atmosphere and stuff like that. So I'll leave that for a few weeks and then I'll probably transplant it in the ground. This tree is pretty cool. That's going to be where my house is, but I kind of want to incorporate it. Some sand I'm using, some more rocks that I'm collecting, my water drum. I got a pump now, but I need to set that up. We got a natural spring down at the bottom of the property, so I got to hook that up. All right, I bought a few little tools. I was mixing with my hands the cement, and I cut them all up just from the sand, like rubbing against it. I had gloves on, but the sand was going through the gloves, so I had to buy myself a wheelbarrow. It was unwatertight, so I had to put some silicone in there. I got myself 2 rock hammers to beat some rocks, because for the ground brace, it's all right to have the rocks jaggedy and stuff, because that makes a better grounding. But when you get above ground, you need to have a flat surface so they sit. I want to try and learn, what the fuck's it called? Dry laying or whatever the fuck it is, where you don't need much mortar, but I'm going to use mortar anyway. But I just want to try and sit the rocks perfect without any mortar or concrete or whatever. But for that I need the tools. I got a big one as well, or my granddad had a big head. We just need to get a post for that. Over here, I finished grounding this off. I used too much cement here. I'm not really happy with it. There's a lot of cement, but I needed to ground that. So that's kind of grounded. This one I just put there for show. But that's what I've done so far with the foundation. All here. I got this puppy in the ground. Little cave in the side there. That's fucking awesome. Then I got my French drain going. This isn't part of the wall. That's for my drain later. Today I need to chuck some more rocks here. Ground that. Yesterday I chucked some more cement up here, just to try to get it a bit more solid. I'm going to pick up some syndicate blocks and block off here, and then backfill it, just so that's all secure. I'm going to try and get my chicken fence going up today, and yeah, clean out my chicken house, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so I've got some thick gauge wire here. I'm just secured it to my pole. I'm going to weave it around my top wire, alright? Kind of like this. I'll give you a little example. It's hard with one hand. But I measured it to go around to that post over there. It's going to stop there and go to my house, but I'm going to do that a little bit later. Anyway, I don't want this top bit floppy, so I'm going to weave it like so. Make sure there's no crinkles in it. I'm just going to weave it around like this. I can't do it on camera, but it's just going to weave through the top bit here, all the way around the pole, all the way around so the top line is secure. I'm just going to do that to make sure nothing can come up the top and push the fence over. Alright, top wire is done. Just wrapped around each pole like so, and weaved twice through the middle. I've gone once in some of them, but every pole I've wrapped and secured, make sure it's tight. That's just going to stop animals from jumping over the top fence and pushing it over. You can see here it's not connected, so I've got a small wire. I'm just going to go through every foot and just snip it one bit there so it's, proper. Anyway, I'm not too tall sure what to do with the top posts, because we've got wild jackal, which are extinct. A lot of the Greeks poison them, but I'm going to fucking try and stop that because they're native to the island. But they eat the chickens and stuff like that. But a bigger problem than the wild jackal is the ferret. Ferrets, I know, a little fucking, they can climb anything. So I don't know how, I think I'm going to have to put a roof on this. Sadly, I'm going to have to just buy my chickens and see how it goes. I know that sounds a bit cruel, but that's life sometimes. I finished off the fence. Like I said, I just need to put the little things on. I won't get them on camera because that's simple. What I'm going to target now is to my chicken house. I need to cut that out a little bit, build a nice little bridge there, and then secure this in the sides. I think I'm going to go with rocks or maybe some wood. I'm going to just use my brain and have some fun and figure it out on the way. Then I need to encage this. I want some heavy duty metal for that because I don't want to fuck around with the wire that I've got. I also need to secure my wall with some wire down there going on top, pulling it over. I'm going to dig this out a little bit, secure the wire down here with cement. So if my wall wants to fall, it's going to have to pull all the fuck up. I don't think it will. Anyway, that's for now. All of that, the whole way. A little bit annoying, is what it is, but the whole way. Just follow the same little line as you're going in. You make sure it's straight. Whole way. this is gonna go at the bottom of my chicken house to secure it to here, to make sure that no ferrets or any animals can come up from the bottom. I'll nail that in, show you the. I got 2 of my nails in on one side. I go 1 nail be right, 2 be tight, and 3 for sure. I always go 3 nails in a spot, because fuck pulling it out, man. But anyway, that's just gonna go from the bottom up to there. I'm gonna get the other side and fix it up a little bit, show you when it's done. Just plain and simple stuff, really. Underneath my tree chicken house, you can see how I supported it. Cut the branches, made a base. Anyway, I finished the wire from the bottom to the top. Just need to secure it up there. While I'm down here, I just thought I'd show you. I think I found a golden shackles house, because there's a cave there, a little bit of dugout stuff there, shows that animals live in there, and a backtrack. Same with over here. I don't know what's living in here, but it just reassures me that I really need to make this strong and secure, I guess, because I don't want my chickens to die. Oh, if only life was that easy, eh? If only life was that easy. But anyway, at the top here, gonna secure my wire. Just here and there to that post. I haven't figured out how I'm gonna create my box, because as you would imagine, my chickens are gonna come out of there over a little bridge that I haven't made yet. This bit needs to be boxed off, and then I probably need to go a bit higher on these poles, because I do not want anything coming in. So I'm going to figure that out, secure my wire, move along. Secure the ground bit as best as I can. I still need to put rocks on the side, but I'm not going to do that yet. I've got a lot of junk that we've just picked up from wherever the fuck I've seen it. We don't really have a tip on the island, but we've got a dump heap, and disgusting as it is, I go there and I get what the fuck ever, so I don't have to buy shit. I'm going to find 2 pieces. From the side I want wire, because I don't think it'll look good as a box. So I want to go wire on the side and then a bit of wood on the top. So I'm going to go down there, see what I got, find a piece to fit both these sides and the top and get it going. Piece of choice is going to be this old step ladder. But I'm going to take it apart, wrap it with wire. So that I'll have 2 pieces, wrap this with wire, and then that's going to be my side for each of them. Connect them to the post, to there. That's going to stop everything. I'll rewire at the bottom, make sure it's all tight. I don't want anything getting in here. But yeah, those 2 there and there. Nice. About to start prepping. Hey, chill out. About to start prepping some rocks. I just thought I'd show you. Up here, I don't want to climb up because I'm lazy. Up there, I'm going to build a little pond. I want to try and grow some trout or something, but I'm going to have it on my highland so I can have water pressure for down here. At the moment, I don't have water here. We have water about 20 meters away. There's a natural spring. I've bought a pump. I've got an old olive drum. I bought some hose. I'm going to put this, for the meantime, up there so I can just have some pressure. You know, that's 200 liters. That'll create enough pressure for me. In the meantime, since then, I've just been leaving buckets out. Everywhere I've got buckets. It's still raining everywhere here, so I'm just collecting water in the buckets, whatever. It doesn't look like much, but it all adds up. And then I use that for my cement. Alright, so I'm going to set up my little rock station here, get some rocks over, tap away, do 1 or 2 when I'm happy with it. I'll show you. Prepped 1 stone, so it's got a flat bottom, a flattish top. I like the angle on the side. Most Rockies will take that off, but so you don't have to use so much mortar. This stone, have a look at it, full of crystals, fucking beautiful. The other side is a better face, to be honest. Look at this. That's a better face for the wall, but I want to go with natural anyway, so I'm going to keep this crystal in. But I've taken off the top here a little bit because it was coming up like a triangle like that. Fuck that, I don't want to work with that, so I chipped that off. These sides here, flip it over. This side needs to come down a little bit, so I'm going to chip it like that until it's flat. Now it's flat. That'll fit perfectly in my wall. That's half prepped. I'll need to prep it when I fit it again. If it's wobbly or something, I'm doing dry stone laying, so I don't want them to wobble. I want them to lay flat without mortar, although I am going to use mortar, but I want to practice dry stone anyway. So that's, yeah, prepping. Do a few more of them, wait till Dad comes home, then install them over there near Dude Man. Here we go. So this is a beautiful stone. It's got a flat bottom, a flat side. I don't need to do anything there. The only thing I want to change is here. Comes out too much, so I just want to cut it there so we don't have to use so much mortar for in there. So to do this, if I hit it from the back side, I'll get a wrong chip. It'll chip off somewhere there. I want to come to the front side around it like this and just tap that away. There we go. Nearly there. One or two more. That's kind of good. Fuck it. A little bit more. This bit's dangerous. Might break it. Just a little bit. There we go. Prep stone. Nice. Beautiful on this side. I could tap it a little bit if I wanted to be professional. I'm not, so I'll leave it. There we go. Look at the face on it. Beautiful, mate. Who's next? Who's next? It's you, mate. Come here. I work with rocks and they're gonna have to work with me sometimes. This one is too beautiful. I'm just gonna have to leave him and work with him. I don't wanna fucking break that. That's too beautiful. So I'll put in a little bit, few more minutes to prep that, make sure it sits nice in the wall and get it standing all natural. It's got some fucking awesome color in it. A little crack there, but I tapped it. It's solid still. You can hear. Actually, it's not. Fuck, it's not. Well, all right. Let's see what's going on. You listen to the rock, it tells you. It could have just been the top bit. All right, I might have to take that off. So it turns out I have to prep it. Just prepping this shit up because we don't want that breaking in our wall. Listen to that. Solid, 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 not solid. All right, I don't want to push it because I love this stone. So I'm going to leave it as is. Mint, mate. You. And a beautiful stone with beautiful color. I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to work with it. Solid. I've prepped the rocks that I want to lay, but Dad's money didn't come in, so we didn't get cement for today. So I'm going to have to do that the next time. I just want to show you this, which we found at the tip. I'm going to incorporate that in the wall somewhere. It's fucking beautiful. But yeah, later on. Cool. Finished up for the day, had my shower. Pretty much that's it for this video. I'll do another video next week. I'm hoping that people will follow me, and I hope I'm not going off category with too many things about my life or whatever. Some people probably just want to see to build, other people want to know a little bit of whatever. But yeah, bear with me. I'll get some things done and we'll see this grow. Cool.